All right, I've got a handful of Amiibo to go through, so why don't we get through it? These are all these are all going to be from different series, so bear with me. Why don't we start with Splatoon? When they did the release of the new DLC, I believe, they came out with this group of characters. So why don't we take a quick look? Start with these. It's been absolutely forever since I've actually opened up any new Amiibo, I feel. And honestly, I find myself accidentally buying Amiibo that I've already purchased. I need a better way to track these things. But yeah, so let's take a look here. This is Shiver. And you'll have to excuse me for not knowing really the context behind the characters. Again, I collect the Amiibo. But I do like these Splatoon characters. Interesting little boots. They always have a nice like shine to them, and honestly, I just like their design. They work really well as these little figurines. But taking a look at her, I kind of like the design that they're going for. I like the mask. I like that there's like the detail texture inside the mask itself. It's cool. I like the fish face. I don't know if she's like an octopus or a squid. I'm assuming octopus. That's my guess. Anyway, very cool. Let's take a look at this next one. This is Fry. I'm assuming that there's some sort of team because they both have masks. I will say I like the yellow that they're using on this one. Nice and bright. Also, I like the fact that they have like holes through these pants that she's wearing, but they actually still show her leg beneath it. Very good dimensional usage. And are those just socks? Yeah, they're like they're like socks that cover everything except for the toes. Very interesting. I do actually really like the texture that she has on like her parachute pants here. And I like the change in color from her skin tone to the fingertips. The mask is also really cool too. Yeah, I like this one a lot. Colors on this one are very nice as well, and I like the little translucent, lucent pieces. This has some really nice design aspects to it that are really quite interesting. I like it. Transparency and then like these little revealing holes. Very cool. All right, next one is Big Man. he's a big man. My God, they're actually using twisty ties. I'm trying to remember if I've ever seen another Amiibo that has any other sort of thing holding it in. Can't quite remember. All right. I just realized that he's got a mask too. I love it. I love it. Again, still detail on the inside, on the back. I like the pinkish red. Kind of matches my nails right now. Very cool. It's got like a very pleasing texture. Very soft, very smooth. I like it. The guy just looks happy. And he's kind of got this additional headpiece, which I couldn't tell you how that's staying on their head. Is the space in between his eyes and his cheeks really what's holding that in place? But I mean, there's nothing on the head that would keep it in place, but it kind of gives him like a little hammerhead shark look. I like it. I dig this guy. As a set, they're pretty cool. Okay. Let's move on. Let's do this one next. So this is a set that came out for Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and oh my god, Noah and Mio. I was afraid that it didn't have the name. They've changed the back design of these Amiibo. They no longer sort of like show what they're for anymore. But I'm assuming that these came out as part of the DLC that had released recently. I've only played portions of a Xenoblade game, and it was fun. I just didn't continue playing it. All right, let's take a look here. So I'm getting like Fire Emblem vibes from this guy. Just another sort of random sword dude. I like the base platform design that they have for them, but I don't know if they have that same design on any other Xenoblade character. I'll have to take a look. But yeah, nice base design. I like the fact that his boots kind of have studs and shine to them. No texture on the pants, but I like the detail showing like his like knee pads and stuff like that. We do start getting texture. We do start getting texture on his belt and like undershirt and jacket a little bit. The jacket has like a slight metallic sheen to it, just like very light glittery look. And sword's cool. Not the most interesting sword, just looks like fantasy sword, generic. But aside from that, cool looking guy. Just kind of plain. The best thing about him, honestly, is the color on his jacket. All right, let's look at the at the cat girl. What's her name? Mio? Yeah, that would be appropriate. Looks like she's wielding some sort of chakram weapon. Or chakram? Is that what it is? Like what Xena has. Let's see. Again, same base. I think I like the color better. I mean, it's just white, gold, and red with this blue offset, which it's like a sort of like a pearlescent blue, which again, like the guy's jacket, it has like a slight bit of a glittery like sheen to it. Appreciate the fact that, you know, that they actually give like flowing fabric sort of effect where it actually kind of like looks like she's moving. And I think that's like the biggest appeal to me about these characters is that they actually, when they're in some sort of dynamic pose, it actually does feel like they are carrying some sort of motion. Yeah, again, much like the Fire Emblem characters, they have very simple face sculpts, just with like the sticker placements over the eyes. They've got her ears with like a little bit of a different color look to them. Overall, I would say that this is my favorite one out of the two of them, but it's really just because the pose is more dynamic and the color that they're picking is more interesting to look at. There we go. Now, let's move on to these ones. These are the last ones that I have. So we have some Smash Brother figures, and look who this is. let's do him first. Freaking Sora. I honestly can't believe that Sora is in Smash Brothers. This goofy Mickey Mouse motherfucker. But there we go. Got those giant boots. Clothes that look like they're made out of rubber. It's like I'm thinking of like those like silicon oven mitts. Very rigid. It's like he's wearing like a rubber boot. But it does have, they did add texture to it. That zipper goes all the way down. Let's see. I'm kind of glad that they didn't do this chain as like a separate piece. I feel like that would have been very easy to break. Not much texture on the jacket either, just a smooth sculpt. And sorry, I'm trying to get it to zoom on to actually like focus on the face. The face looks weird. Like it doesn't have the right proportion for Sora, but because of the hair, I at least believe that it's Sora. I don't know. It just doesn't look like it's transferred quite properly. Either way, the keyed blade looks a little bent, a little crooked, but looks good. As far as like a silhouette character goes, you'll know who this is just by looking at it. That's my opinion. Anyway, let's look at these. So this is Pyra and Mithra. They are one character, but they're one of those transforming types. Again from Xenoblade. Just a different one in the series. Is it Chronicles? I don't remember. I really don't remember. Well, no, that one's Chronicles 2. Was it Chronicles 2? I don't know. All right, who should we look at first? Let's look at you. So this is Mithra. And Mithra certainly has assets. But let's take a look. There's lots of just bits, because Pyra and Mithra are the sword spirit from like this game series, right? If I'm remembering correctly. Lots of like flowing pieces, tails, basically. Hair kind of flowing out there. Again, nice color scheme. They definitely know their color coordination, and I appreciate it. Not too much detail, just sort of like, not detail, but like, I would say texture. It's just more just like pearlescent sheen. Just lots of bits. Again, just fantasy sword. Really, you can, as long as the sword looks like it is made from magic, you've basically got some sort of perfect fantasy sword. Jesus Christ, the placement of certain things on armor. But yeah, it's a nice floaty design. It's interesting. Next, you have Pyra, who I think is this is like the base version. Like this is the version that you see most often, right? And then she turns into this one later. I don't know. How is the sword kind of different? Yeah, the sword is slightly different. Interesting. This sword has like a sort of like another additional handguard on it. Let's see. Oh, very shiny stockings. She's got less, I would say she's got less like flare coming off of her outfit specifically. It's got kind of texture on the tummy and other places, like around here underneath the arm, shoulder pads, and everything like that. Instead of like the tails coming off the back of the belt, they kind of like almost like fairy wings coming off the back of her neck, which I kind of like that design a little bit better. It's like a deep purple, like pinkish red, that goes really well with this black and gold. So it's a good color coordination as well. Also, the face sculpt in this is actually quite nice as well. She actually looks like relatively happy. Didn't really take a look at this one. Yeah, I like her face more, in all honesty. If I had to pick a favorite out of these two, it'd be this one. And I think mainly it's just because I like some of the design aspects and the color scheme is a lot nicer. Either way, there we go. A new round of Amiibo. I think there are still some that I don't have. I don't quite remember. I'm going to be doing an inventory of all my Amiibo today. I need to find out which ones I'm missing. To my knowledge, there's only a small handful of them, and maybe I'll be able to get them. Who knows? One of them I think sells for like $1,000, so that's going to be out of my range entirely. Either way, let me know which one out of any of these you would have considered to be your favorite. Do you play Smash Brothers? Do you play Splatoon? Do you know these characters? Do you like them? Let me know down in the comments. Let me know if you picked up these. But either way, see ya.